that he was at a particular location. They went there and he was apprehended. We understand that when they got to where he was in the process of packing up items of clothing. Probably wasn't intended to move out of the space. So they will be putting all that they have gathered so far together, and depends on what comes session, then you might find that the status may change from a person of interest to a suspect based on what they gather. And then once that happened, then move on to whether or not he'll be charged or he'll be released. So we just wait to see what happened. But I know that the investigators, they have some good information, some strong leads. So later today or maybe to tomorrow, we should be getting some updates from the major investigation division. So they will be putting all that they have gathered so far together, and depends on what comes out of those sessions, then you might find that the status may change from a person of interest to a suspect based on what they gather. And then once that happened, then move on to whether or not he'll be charged or he'll be released. So we just wait to see what happened. But I know that the investigators, they have some good information, some strong leads. So later today or maybe to tomorrow, we should be getting some updates from the major investigation division.
Right, so this is the person of interest that killed that did the massacre in Clarendon. So it said that they got him, and he's still a person of interest. So I'm gonna watch this case move along because he was the one who killed the mother and children in Clarendon, Jamaica, and I'm putting this out because it is very barbaric. I did see SoFlo put it out as well, so I'm putting mine to I put out the news report and I'm putting out what they're saying. I mean, it's in parts, but um, you just listen, take your time and listen through the video, and you'll see what they're saying about this young man. His name is Rashawn Benedict. No, hold on. No, this is the mother. The main suspect in the brutal murder of a mother and her four children, Rashawn Benedict, was apprehended last night as he was preparing to flee Trelawney. It's understood that the detective Barnett into custody last night at his parents' house in the parish. Head of JCS Corporate Communication Unit, Stephanie Lindsay, say that the update this morning, 30-year-old Kashmir Wright and her four children was found brutally murdered inside of their home yesterday morning. Burnett was named shortly after a person of interest. The police say that they are not currently focused on any other suspects or persons of interest in the matter. It's understood a question and answer session is to be arranged today with Burnett in the presence of his attorney. SSP Lindsay say that the session will determine whether there is any further developments in the matter. But I think it's quite clear what happened. He's the one who did it. So as it's very noisy right now, I'm going to say take care, look after yourself, and I'm just putting this out because this is what I was talking about yesterday about all the mothers and children that's getting killed, brutally murdered. So with that said, I'm going to say goodbye. Bye as well. All right. So please comment underneath because this is an ongoing thing. It seems to be all over the internet. The US have a lot of a lot of killings of mothers and children. Or I think it's called mancicide or whatever. I can't remember the word it's called. I can never remember the word. My daughter told me yesterday. There's a lot of it, and to project it out is quite difficult because YouTube's very sensitive. So Um, this and missing women is another big thing. But like I said, I did videos on a lot of women that was murdered and unanswered. Blessing was one of them as well. Up to now, there's been no information of Blessing. I might even repost Blessings one again. I might even do it today actually. Repost Blessings thing. What happened to her? Because there was a few. Then there's Joy Morgan. There's a lot. So with that said, I'm going to take my leave. So have a good day. Have a good afternoon.